Very good morning. Welcome to JS Testing Academy. So we have posted some numerous videos in the past, and so this video we thought of starting DevOps for automation, the DevOps tools for automation. Slowly in the series of videos, we are going to see a lot of tools in the DevOps of automation, DevOps of operations, right, development and operations. So DevOps plays a very important role, in the field of automation, where the code needs to be integrated with a lot of tools for getting going into the release. The first thing what we are going to see in the series of videos is Git and GitHub. Okay, so Git and GitHub is the first thing we are going to see in this part of the series of videos. So what is a Git, right? Git is a version control system that allows multiple people to work on the same project simultaneously. Whereas GitHub is an web-based platform built around Git. Okay, in simple terms, Git is a command line tool. Okay, through that command line tool, we are going to push the code or store the code in a repository or in a web-based platform. Okay, so that is the called as a right. It's a web-based to a tool or a server, right, where the code is being maintained, pushed, tracked, monitored. Whereas Git is a medium for pushing the code, okay, or pulling the code. Okay, so that is an the understanding. Okay, so normally, right, in the real-time world, right, we have some 3 to 4 developers or 3 to 4 testers working in a project. Since we are a testing team, suppose we have some 3 testers in a project. 3 testers are going to write a code, and they are going to push the code, keep the code in the repository. Okay, so GitHub is a place where all the code should be stored, and also it will be it can be used. Okay, so the testers will write the code in Java or Eclipse and keep it in local server. Okay, and he will upload the code in the central server that is called as a GitHub. Okay, so the code which is kept in the local server will be put or pushed, uploaded in the central server that is called as a GitHub. Okay, so let's start with a very simple thing: downloading of an Git. Okay, how to download the Git? Let's go to Google. So we have to get Git download, and we have to go and click this link, gitsem.com downloads. We should give it. Already I have the Git everything in my machine, so I'm not doing it. I'm just telling how to do it. Okay, I should click Windows since I'm using Windows. If you are using Mac, you should click Mac, and you should click Linux. If you are using Linux, you should click it. I should click download for Windows. Then that particular thing will be installed. The file will be downloaded. So now the Git is been downloaded. Okay, now we have to go to that path where we downloaded, and first I have to click it. Then I should click 64-bit for Windows setup. I should give it, click it. Okay, and then the file will be downloaded. Then I have to click the exe. Then it will be installed. This is how we should install the Git. So make sure my machine already has it, so I'm not doing it. So make sure you are doing this on the first go. Okay. Next, we have to install the make sure we have installing the Java in your machine. So Java 8 plus, right? That should be installed in a machine. Make sure that Java is installed in your machine. That is also a very important thing. In my machine, I have Java, so I'm not doing it. So make sure the Java is installed in your machine. Okay. So this is how we should do Java. This one, Git. Okay. Now let me go and set up GitHub also. Okay. Let me go and set up the GitHub. Let me go to Google. And then we should click GitHub, GitHub login we should give. What we should do is we should give GitHub .com, and after going to GitHub.com, first we should sign up. As already, if we have an account, we no need to do it. So since I already have an account, I'm directly going and giving sign in. Okay, please make sure you are signing up an account. I'm just giving my username. First, you should make sure you're signing it up, getting an account. Then I'm giving my password. Okay, so make sure you go to github.com and create an account. Okay, first we need to create a repository, new repository, where we are keeping our code. Okay, so first we need to keep our code, or maintain our code. Right, for that we need a repository. Repository is a place where the code is getting stored. Right, that is called as a repository. First I'll go and click new. Okay, new, I'll give a repository name, any name, right? Hybrid BDD Cucumber Framework. Hybrid BDD. So in last videos, if you see, we have created one framework, Hybrid BDD Cucumber Framework, that we are trying to upload in the push the code in the repository. Okay, that is what I'm giving. Okay, and I'll make sure the code is public or private. Public, you all know, right? Public means it can be accessed by anybody. Private is only within the organization we can do it. Okay, so I'll make sure private, but generally we keep the code as a private one. Okay, so I'll give as of now temporary I give public. Then I'll come down and I'll click create, if I want to add a readme file, we can do it. That also we can be added. Now I'm going to create new repository. I'll click create repository. If I click create repository, a new repository will be created here. Okay, hybrid BDD Cucumber framework, and you can see the repository URL here. Okay, so now this is a blank empty repository, and you can see here, right, there are some, what are the commands we can do for creating a repository or pushing a code. You can see by default in the GitHub also. Okay, now what we do is, so this is a code which we already wrote in the last previous videos. So this code, right, this is an executable one. This is a working code. This what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to push this code and check whether it's right is coming in the repository or not. Okay, this I'm going to push this code. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, right, first I'm going to go to the particular path of the project, right click. Okay, I'll go to properties. Okay, then to the path of the location I'm going and clicking on the folder icon. Then it's going to navigate to the folder. After the git is been installed, right, if I right click it on the folder, okay, so it's going to have git open git GUI here or bash here. Let me open the open git bash here. Let me go to the git bash. Now the command line has been opened, right? So now you can see the command. As I told you, git is a command line, right, which is used to, right, talk to the GitHub, right, and send the code or push the code or pull the code, right. This is a medium where it's going to right, the connect between the project repository and the, right, the server. Okay, so now what we do is, right, we need to push the code. Okay, uh, okay, so now we are in the project repository. We'll do one by one. Okay, first before that we'll learn some small things. If I want to know the git version, right, I'll give git hyphen, this is no need, but I'm just telling this, like, this is very important, right. This git hyphen version, just to know this, no need in this context of the thing, but just to know the what version you want. Okay, git hyphen version. Okay, now let's initialize the right repository. Okay, first we need to initialize the what repository we are going to use it. Okay, for that we give git init. Before git initialization, we should do one thing. Okay, git configure. Okay, so first we need to type git config. Git config is used to configure the various aspects of git, such as, right, username, password, right. We need to set things, right, for configuration. Then we should go for initialization. Okay, for that we should give git hyphen, okay, I space config hyphen global username, email, first email. What's the email, right, we are going to use it. Okay, okay, user dot email, we should give global user dot email and the email in double quotes. Okay, any email, right, we write what email we are going to use it. Okay, so I'll give this one. Okay, first I'm setting the email, then I'm going to set my name. Okay, git config, okay, global, I'm making it as a global. Okay, then user dot name and the name. First we need to configure here. So this one global it sets the configuration globally for the user. Okay, so it makes right, the name, right, username global. Okay, then we have done right, git config we done. Next we need to initialize the repository. Okay, git init, we need to give git init. Okay, it's initialized the repository. Now you can see, right, it initialized the empty git repository in that particular git URL. Okay, now what we should do again, right, we can check the status, the current status of the git, the repository we can check. Okay, git status. Okay, if I click enter, we'll see it is an empty one. There is no things is been added here. Okay, you can see, right, no, nothing is added. Okay, it's just holding us, right, didn't add anything. Okay, now we need to add something, right, in that git space add, and you should give dot means the current repository. Okay, you should give a dot here, space and then dot. So make sure you're giving the space and then dot. Okay, now let's click enter. Now, right, if I go again give git status, you see dot means it has added everything, right. If I give status, you can see all the things, files in that particular project has been added here. Okay, we can check the git status here. Okay, now what we can do is, right, we need to commit it, right, we need to make the save it, right. So for that we should give git commit hyphen m is talks about the message. Okay, double quotes, yeah, right, new or book appointment. appointment page. This code we did for book appointment page, that commit message. So we are telling, right, we have added the good book appointment page in this particular commit. Okay, then I click enter. Okay, then after that what I should do is, right, you can see all the files has been added right here, that we can see. Okay, now what we should do is we need to give git remote. Okay, this command is used to add a new repository to your local Git repository. So by doing this, we are adding a new remote repository to your local repository. The word origin is commonly used for the main remote repository. This tells the origin tells the main remote repository. Okay, so git remote add origin and the repository URL we need to add here. Which URL? The repository URL. For that we should go and copy this one, right? The repository. Okay, we are making that to an main repository. Okay, so I'm copying this and I'm pasting here in the double quotes. Okay, I'm making an remote repository now. Now all the code should be pushed in the repository now. Okay, for that the code is git, okay, push, okay, -u, okay, origin. Okay, so we are giving git push -u origin and master. So what is happening now? Git push pushes the commit from the local repository to the remote repository. -u sets up the upstream branch. Okay, so this what you are telling, right? It associates a local branch with the remote branch. So we are keeping the code in the local branch that we are associating to the master branch. Okay, so that is what you are giving -u origin master. So there will see branching merging in the next videos. Okay, please kindly wait. Now I'm just telling we are pushing the code there. That's it. Okay, so origin master. The master is the name of the local branch you are pushing. Master is often the main branch, but it could be named as a repository setup. Okay, so I'm just giving click enter. There's an error here, unable to access. 1 minute. Okay, let me give force one. F denotes force. Okay, forcefully push it. Okay, there's a fatal error coming. 1 minute. Git push. Okay, so why this error is coming is, right, I have already an existing credentials in my in my machine. This is conflicting with the this one. See, already I have another credential stored in my machine. If I'm trying with another credential, there's a permission access deny is coming. For that, the solution is, let me go back to the control panel. Okay, in control panel, right, I have to go to right user accounts. I need to delete the existing account so that there is no conflict here. Okay, manage window credentials. Okay, then I need to delete the existing one. Okay, so if I remove it, then there won't be any conflict here. Okay, now I'll go to the repository and I will give enter here. Now the code is pushing right to the repository. I need to sign the code. Okay, I need to copy this code and I need to go to Chrome or any browser. I'm entering my username and password, GitHub username and password. Okay, I'm just signing it up. I need to enter the code which is came there. Then I click continue. Then the permission will be granted. Authorize Git ecosystem. I should click it. Okay, now we are all set. Now the code should be pushed there. Okay, now you can see that the code has been pushed. Okay, 100%. 46 out of 46 objects has been pushed in the code. Let's go to the repository and refresh it. You can see now, right? The code has been pushed here. Okay, book an appointment page. The code has been pushed 7 minutes ago. It came. Okay, now you can see all the files right from the Eclipse is being pushed into the repository. This is how we have to push the code into the repository. Okay, now what we are going to do is, right, we are going to learn about the branches. So in Git, right? So what do you mean by branches, right? Branches are nothing but, right, it is very important in GitHub, right? It's essential for parallel versioning of repository database code base. Okay, so this branches, right? What is the purpose? Why it's used? Right? Suppose you want there is a main code base. You want to add more features into it, right? You want to do some fixes or write features or write some code. Okay, so without affecting the main code, right? With the help of branches, we can do. And at last, after branches reviewed, we can merge it into the main code. Okay, so without affecting the main thing, so we can edit or modify or update the code and do our automation, execute it. Then after that, once it's reviewed, finalized, then it can be pushed to the the master one. That's why branches are very important, right? In that terms, okay, creating a master. The main code base, right? It is referred as master or a main branch. Okay, so if you see, right, the main the code base, right, is called as a by default is a master branch or a main branch. Okay, there might be different branches in the real time code. There might be a branch called as feature branch. There might be a branch called as release branch. There might be a branch called as a bug fix branch in the real time code. Okay, so the master branch is the stable version of the code base, whereas the feature branch is used to developing a new features or functionalities. We'll use the feature branch, and the release branch is used to prepare it for the new release. Right, that branch is right. We'll release it with the help of this new release branch. Okay. Now what we do is right. Let's see how to create a branch. Okay, we can see how to create a branch. First, I should click it, right, and after that, what I should do is I should type, I'll create a branch called as DC. Okay, and then I'll create a branch release from master. Okay, so I'll create a branch. Now you see, right, the release branch has been created, and you can see all the code which is there in the master branch has come to the release branch. Okay, so the code which is from the master branch to the it's come to the release branch. Okay, so here now not in a real time code, right, we have a separate branches where we pull the code from the master branch, do some changes, push it, and after that it will be reviewed to a our team member. After reviewing it, finalizing it, make sure there is no mistakes, then it will be merged to the master branch. Okay, so this is a process. Like that, if suppose some 10 people are there, 10 people is going to create their own branch, and each person is going to update the code, and finally everything is reviewed and finalized, it will be merged to the master branch. So this is how other industry works. Okay, so now what I'll do is right, I'll add a new file in the master branch. Just I'll upload a new file, some file which I have. Okay, I'll choose a file, something, any file of my choice, right? And just for example, RNHR login. Okay, notepad, right? Text file. I'm just add HRA file I'm adding. Okay, I'm adding. You see, right? It's uploading the RNHR file in the master branch. I'll just give the commit message here. Commit message like adding RNHR HRA file. HR means HTTP archive file. Right? So I'm adding it. Okay. Then I'm just giving a subject there. Okay, and I'm clicking the commit changes here. So I'm committing that and uploading in the file. You see, right, the master branch has rnhrm login.hrf file it has. If you go and see the release branch, it won't have. Okay, so you don't have. So the main branch has the orange HRC, you don't have. You can see it is not having. So the main branch has orange HRM, HRA file, login file it has, but the release branch is not having. So what we do is we can either pull through Git commands, or we can pull from the repositories. Okay. For that, what we do is right, we need to go to the pull request. You see the pull request, pull request. Then you create new pull request. Okay, then you see, right, it is moving from like comparing from we are moving from master to the release branch. Okay, so we just need to create a pull request. Now all the code from the master branch is going to be moved to the release branch now. Okay, now I'll create a pull request. There is two things, pull and push. Pull means pulling from the repository. Push means sending an updated code to the repository. Okay, you can see, right, now I just pulled it, I want to merge it. Okay, after pulling this, I want to merge it, right? Then I just, what I do is I'll go to insights, I'll go to network, you see, before merging and after merging. Now it has two separate branches, right? So you can see two separate branches, release branch and master branch. Both is not merged now. Okay. Now if you see, go there to the pull request. Now you see, right? I'm going to merge it. Merge it now. It's going to merge both the master branch and the release branch with the RHRF file. Okay, I'm going to confirm merge. Okay, you see, right? It's been merged now, and it's merging. Let's wait. Okay, now I see, right, master branch and release branch. If I go and click release branch, you see RHRF login. So I just pulled it and merged it, both the master branch and also the release branch. Okay, so this is how you pull and you right, merge it. Okay, then I click insights, go to network, see, right, it is when it's coming under its merged one. Okay, so this is how we have to merge it. Okay, so we saw two things now. Okay, right, first is like creating a new branch, and then next one is like creating a new branch and creating a file, uploading a file, then creating a pull request, giving a commit message. Okay, and after giving a commit message, next one is like merging it. Okay, so you should understand the difference, right? What is right, pull and what is push, and next one is what is called as a merge. Okay, so generally how it works: first we should create a branch, make a changes, push the changes. Next one is create a pull request and review it, make changes. After reviewing it, if there is a change needed, you change it and merge it. Okay, so pull is pulling your code from the main branch to the local branch. And merge is once a pull request has been approved, all the discussion has been resolved, repository maintainer or someone with merge permission can merge the changes into the main branch. Okay, the target branch. Okay, so merge is like merging the two things. Pull is like pulling from one branch to another thing. Pushing means pushing the code into the one branch. Okay, so that's understanding between pull, push, and merge. Okay, we need to commit it and give a commit message. If you see, right, it's been updated before 4 minutes. Okay, you can see, right, it's been updated before 4 minutes. Okay, thanks for watching. So this is a basic video, right? We have. Okay, so we are going to see some series of videos in the coming tutorial. Please kindly watch us, stay tuned, and get the updates. Thank you for watching the JS Testing Academy YouTube channel. Okay, bye.